Hi, I'm Angela and welcome to my channel Befriend and 10. I recently reached 200 subscribers and I wanted to make a quick short video to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for commenting. Creating YouTube videos definitely is not my comfort zone, but the hope that maybe I could contribute something that might help stressed out and overwhelmed women feel better was greater than my fear of coming into the light and being visible and making a channel and being on video and, maybe no one would watch, no one would subscribe. I don't know, maybe I'd get hate comments or something. I don't know. It was a big step. So I am deeply grateful for all of you. So the reason I created my channel is because I learned so much in the last 5 years about how to feel better and how to navigate challenges in a more healthy way. And it's information that I did not have access to for the previous 50 years of my life, or I discounted them. But anyway, I just wanted to add my voice to the chorus of people who talk about this, about how to be more self-compassionate and how to navigate life in a less stressful and harmful, self-harmful way. I mean, that used to be me. I was a completely stressed out and overwhelmed woman who was operating at the edge of her capacity. And I don't know if people who knew me in the last 20 years would have perceived that about me, because I tend not to lash out, I lash inwards. And so I think I projected a fairly calm image. I don't know. I guess if you knew me 20 years ago, drop a comment in there to tell me about how you perceived me. Throughout my 30s and 40s, I was really juggling quite a bit. I had 3 children and they all had food allergies, and one of them was allergic to everything, like to soy, to milk, to eggs, to fish, to sesame, to all legumes. It basically meant that I had to make everything from scratch. I couldn't use anything in a box. I couldn't use anything in a bag. Everything had to be made from basic ingredients. And then I was also dealing with the anxiety and stress of trying to do everything just right for my son who was diagnosed with autism. And I was running a bunch of home programs and trying to juggle a lot of things, and the services through the school systems were incredibly limited at that time. I think my son just got speech. And then you throw in 4 years of homeschooling and the couple of times that my husband was downsized out of a job, and then my own effort to establish a photography business to provide a little bit of a buffer against any more employment uncertainty. And yeah, it was just a lot. But the thing is, I made it all so much harder than it needed to be by the way that I treated myself. The perfectionism, the guilt, the agonizing over every single decision, the idea that everyone else and everything else was a priority over me. I had this really brutal inner critic that was never happy with anything I did, and then I had this really ruthless taskmaster that constantly pushed me to do more, regardless of how I felt. And then there was just that sense of isolation, because I found it incredibly hard to reach out to others, and I just felt really isolated. Now, of course, good things happened during those years, and I loved my kids with every fiber of my being, and they brought me a lot of joy. But there was always this heavy weight on my heart, and Brene Brown calls it foreboding joy, just that sense that it's being pushed down, which I guess is a sign of anxiety, which makes sense because I was definitely very, very anxious and stressed. I feel like I just sort of stumbled onto this journey of well-being almost by accident. I saw this quote, which is, "You, as much as anyone on earth, deserve your love and affection." And it just kind of stopped me in my tracks, because I felt the truth of those words, and I also felt how far I was from that ideal. And I started to wonder, how can I tap into that? Was there a way to make peace with myself and to come into a better relationship with myself? And the answer is, of course there is. But it takes work and it takes a lot of repetition and practice. It's not like a light switch that you just flip the switch and then, all done, all better. It's a process, and it's a pretty long one, kind of like growing a YouTube channel. I mean, it's just one baby step after another. Anyway, so this entire channel is dedicated to the proposition that we all deserve to treat ourselves well, with love and compassion. So most of the videos on this channel are about the baby steps that I took or the mental shifts that I practiced in order to come into a better relationship with myself and embrace my life. And a smaller percentage of videos are about productivity and mindful productivity because, let's face it, all women have a lot on their plate and we need to get stuff done. And all of the videos are things that would have helped me tremendously 25 years ago. And I hope that they benefit you a little bit too. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video.